Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're here, we're here. How y'all? Give me a second. There we go. I'm sorry. All right, let me check Facebook to see that we are here. All right, and we're going to go ahead and just tap in. Hey, hey, hey. Let's go, let's go, let's go. There we go. All right, I got the volume down. Great Grand Rising, Great Grand Rising. Come on in, y'all. Take this moment, go. Tag your friends, tag your family members, let them know Spiritual Success TV is live. With that being said, let's do what we do here and let's activate the success mind. We're going to go ahead and sit with our feet flat, back straight, hand on heart, hand on core, if you will. And go ahead and take a good, healing, deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth and relax. Starting with the crown of the head, allowing the skin over your scalp to relax. That just starts pulling the face down. Allow your tongue and your mouth to relax. That just pulls your whole body down. Drop those shoulders down from your ear and relax, beloved. Relax. Come on and smile real big. Smile real big from the inside out. Deep breath in and exhale. Let's drop down deeper, turning the focus inward now to the rich inner life. Turn the focus inward. Come present. Turn the focus inward to the rich inner life, where there's infinite wisdom, infinite knowledge, infinite possibility, strategy, resolutions to your challenge. Tap in. Breathe. Exhale. Relax deeper. Relax deeper. Relax deeper. Let's just take a moment here, as I often do in the School of the Prophets. Take a moment to look to see, listen to hear, sense to feel what Spirit is bringing to you now. We're here open and ready to receive, open and ready to fully engage. Come on in, come on in. Great Grand Rising. Give me a great Grand Rising. Let's go. Let's get the algorithm moving. Grand Rising links. Thanks for joining us live today. YouTube, come on, join in. Yes, we're here, we're here, we're here. All right, lovelies, let's go ahead and get started today. I want to dive right in as we are in the month of August, and you see that we are talking about today resetting your mindset for success. Now, I want you to know that I know that we are in what we call lazy summer days, right? And when I sent the email out, and I'm looking directly at the email, I know that we're in lazy summer days. We're still vacationing, traveling, all of that good stuff, right? You see, I'm not in my usual studio location. But watch this, beloved. As we ushered in a few days ago, as we ushered in this beautiful month of August, right? August representing the 8th month. And we have the Lion Gates portal this month, right? We are, because all year we've been working with the number 8 because we recognize that 8 represents transition, transformation, new beginnings, abundance, personal power. I'm going to throw Grand Rising up here as well. Oh, I did that again. I keep hitting government. Grand Rising. There you go. Because it's just so important that it's so important that we, thank you. Hey, Reese, thanks for joining us live. I just love you guys. Tyrese, thanks for joining us live. Thank you. All right. So watch this. We ushered in the month of August, the 8th month, right? And when you look at that 8, turn it on its side, we're looking at infinity. But there's some powerful things happening this month, and I want us to be able to even tap in prophetically today and just get a good fix for where we are. When we look at the number 8 again, transformation, personal power, abundance, transition, right? Expansion. All of this is available. All of this energy is here for you this month. And as we go through the Lionsgate portal on 888, right? And in sacred geometry or gematria, that is the number that represents Christ, right? Remember, God is a God of numbers. Numbers are attached to everything that we do. And we want to just dive in so that we can go deeper. What we want to do in this powerful month and in this powerful year. So we're in an 8th year, right? Remember that? We're in a universal 8th year. We're in the 8th month. And in a few days, we're going to be in the 8th day, which is going to give us triple eights for this year. What I want to really drive home today is for you to position yourself always, and I want you writing this down, because you can always hit the reset button no matter what. You can always, as my mentor call it, returning. You can always flip the switch. You can always stop, pause, take a breath, and make a decision to do something different and to do things differently. So this month of August is the perfect opportunity to hit the reset button. And a few days ago, Mercury went into retrograde again, all right? And I know how we were raised, and I know that we're missing a very important part of how the signs in the heavens are there. They're there for us to really just, they don't guide us in sense of it has all power and it's guiding you and you got it. I'm not talking about astrology. I'm not talking about horoscope. I'm not talking about that entertainment sign of astronomy or astrology. I'm talking about where God really wrote in the stars, wrote in the heavens, and how everything in the planetary bodies, we are all moving, we are all interacting, and all being affected. So we were missing a key piece that helps us. Like I said, we're not looking for horoscope. We're not looking for fortune telling. We're not on that level. Beloved, we're deeper than that. But I know that we were brought up in European Christianity to really demonize everything that didn't fit into a certain box. And we're not there. I'm not there. I'm not even going to pretend to be like that. And if this is too much, just hold on, take a deep breath and hold on, because we're going somewhere that's going to help you, right? So in the planetary movements, we are in another retrograde. Retrogrades are key, and you should be thankful for when you get a break where there's everything in the atmosphere, in the cosmos, in the spirit realm is aiding and assisting you to be able to slow down, to tap in, contemplate, reflect, and gain new insight and new wisdoms. Somebody talk back to me. Somebody talk back, because we're hitting the reset button. But what we want to do is reset the mindset for success. So this is a time for you to just do some real pondering, even where you've been the last couple of days, the last couple of weeks, the last month, all of this year, right? The grand design and function of the universe is amazing. Yes, 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 Reese. Yes, it's amazing. And it's even more amazing when you start really digging in and understanding how uniquely God created everything and our interaction and into development and interpersonal development with things as it's moving and going forward. Thank you for that, Reese. Yes. And so this is a time now where you get to go in, slow down, and edit. Can somebody type in the chat for me today? It's okay to slow down. It's okay to slow down. I know that we're living in a time where anxiety is running rampant, right? And this is not a put down because we all deal with anxiety on different levels, but it's being heightened, it seems like, in the last decade or so. It's just being heightened. But thank God that we have these times and these seasons where everything in the universe is supporting us, slowing down, turning in, going in for introspection so that we can start eliminating things and shifting things. I'm looking at the email I sent and tweaking everything that's not in alignment for your highest good. It's okay to slow down because really and truly, and you need to put this in your notes really, slowing down is the new speeding up. If you want to speed up and see things move quicker, slow down. If you want to see things manifest quicker, let go. Don't hold things tight. Don't try to force things. Let go. Surrender. Once you set your intention, you're good to go. So let's look at this, beloved. This is the perfect time now to start allowing things to align for you. Life is so amazing. Can we just breathe that in? See, I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to myself too. As I give this out, I'm eating this food too. And every time I say pause or write something down, that's because I feel that expanding in my spirit. Grand Rising, Lucina, thanks for joining us live. Grand Rising, Deb, thanks for joining us live, right? So here we go, right? Life is absolutely amazing. Can you just type that in the chat? Life is amazing. And it's all working for my good. Come on, life is amazing. We've been duped and we've been tricked into being distracted and looking at everything that's contrary to where you want to go. But we're going to touch on some things today. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Let's look at this. Let me see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this. Let me see what I got going here. Okay, good. Here we go. Let me bring this up for you guys for a minute. Reset, right? Reset means to set again or differently. God, I thank you. To set again or differently. In a broader sense, it involves restoring something to its original state, reestablishing a baseline, and starting anew. Y'all better talk back to me. And we get to do this whenever we need to do it, as often as we need to do it, and it's fine, right? As often as we need to do it, whenever you need to do it, you can always hit the reset button and start afresh. You can bring something back to its original state. There's no need, beloved, in beating yourself up or down about anything, right? You have to be willing to just stay and keep your mind going forward and make those shifts and reset your mindset. And today specifically, I want to talk about resetting the mindset for success. For success. Being locked in and being determined that we're not going to do anything that doesn't align or come into agreement with you being successful. All right. So when we look at this and we look further at the word alignment, and I know I'm not doing this right. When we look further at the word alignment, we're looking at, watch this, in the context of the mindset. Resetting involves, watch this, letting go. Highlight that in your notes. Letting go of limiting beliefs and patterns. Y'all hear me talk about this all the time, right? Repetition is the mother of learning. Letting go. This is the thing right here, beloved, that sticks us. Letting go of patterns and beliefs and habits and lifestyles, right? Letting go and being able to release. This is the thing that sticks us. The thing that sticks us the most, beloved, is that we don't understand how to really release old patterns and habits. Let me bring this up again. Okay, watch this. In the context of mindset, resetting involves letting go of old limiting beliefs and patterns of thought and adopting a fresh, positive, and empowering perspective. Y'all can screenshot that because you're going to need to highlight this. It is akin to clearing out mental clutter. Clearing out mental clutter, all the stuff you've been through, all the stuff that happened, all of that is just mental clutter, all of the self-doubt, all of the unbelief, clearing out that mental clutter and rebooting, so to speak, your mental processes. Oh, we got to go deep there because this is where the real jewels are. This is what's going to make the difference. Right? Rebooting your mental processes to align with your current goals and aspiration. What does that mean, Dr. E? What does that mean? This is the key, beloved. This is why I always tell you that awareness is your key to freedom. Awareness is the beginning of transformation. Because if you are not aware and if you can't see and if you don't understand, you will not be able to start making the necessary shifts. I need to just really go here for a minute because, beloved, this is where all of us miss it. This is where all of us go into stagnation, is because we have not yet learned how to consistently shift the mindset. Shift those old ways of thinking and old ways of being. I want to do this right now. I stretch my hand towards you today. And I command you to be free. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Be free in your mind. Be free in your thinking. All those old ways of thinking. We want you to be free of that and start developing new ways of thinking and new ways of being. Because, beloved, I know that you know this. I know that you know this. Nothing is impossible. You can be, and you can do whatever your true heart's desire. What's in the way between you and your desire is your thoughts. You know this. We talk about it all the time. But today, I want to take a moment and we're going to do an exercise today that will set you on a path of really being aware of how you're thinking, your limiting beliefs, your patterns. Because the key thing here, and I want y'all to write the word down because 2 words. We don't like these 2 words, not in application. I want you to write the word discipline and consistency. Some of you have gone your whole life not disciplining yourself, not holding yourself accountable for what you said you were going to do. Come on now, we've all been there. We've all done it. But at some point, we have to draw a line in the sand and say, this is it. And I'm going to do what's necessary to discipline myself. And I'm going to be consistent with that discipline. Discipline and consistency. Write it in your notes. If we are not disciplined and holding ourselves accountable to how we're thinking, how we're feeling, how we're speaking, we are not going to see the transformation. You're not going to see the manifestation, and you'll be stuck in the old church brain mindset of praying and hoping and wishing that God would do something for you, that God would send something to you. But he says, I've already given you everything. I've already given you everything. everything that pertains to life and godliness. I've already decreed everything in the universe, in the cosmos, in the quantum field. Everything is already set. Can somebody talk back to me? And if we were together, I would tell you to reach over and tell your neighbor, it's all been set up for you. And go ahead and make it personal. It's all been set up for me. Everything is set. If I'm not getting the results, if I'm not seeing the manifestation, if I'm not seeing the miracles, it's because I'm not allowing myself to receive what has already been given. See, this is where we don't take that 100% responsibility. We want to take the 100% responsibility. I don't have it because I'm not allowing myself to have it. Come on, you have to give yourself the tough love, because we won't discipline and be consistent with shifting into a new way of thinking, a new way of being, a mindset. Yes, God has already provided everything we need, right? But you're still cluttered. Your mind is still cluttered with things. I know I'm going right in here because I want you free today. I want you delivered today. Your mind is still cluttered. You're still allowing all those old tapes from 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. You still allowing those same tapes to take up that precious real estate in your mental facilities. You're allowing it to take up that space where you can be putting new thoughts in there. You can make room for new vision to come from high 4D. You can make room to type into higher dimensions of God consciousness, Christ consciousness. Make room to elevate into sixth dimensional consciousness, which is the architectural realm, where all the waves and particles are, and everything that is imaginable is already there in that quantum field, waiting for you to put a demand on it to start forming into your heart's desire. I just said a whole lot right there. Take a good deep breath in right there. And exhale. I want you to run this back. We're about 23 minutes in. So run it back to about 20 minutes in and listen to this again. Listen to it again. Listen to it again. Everything has already been given, but we are not allowing ourselves. You are not allowing yourself to receive what's already been given because of all the old messages. Beloved, it takes discipline and consistency. I know we don't like hearing this because if you grew up, particularly in African American Pentecostalism or apostolicism, we have this misnomer that somebody just gonna breathe on us, blow on us, lay hands on us, and 1, 2, 3, hocus pocus is gone. What good is that, beloved? Hear me. What good is that if you never become the champion? You never become the master. You never become the ruler, the leader, the sovereign that God intended you to be. So as long as you're looking for somebody to breathe on you, blow on you, lay hands on you, speak to you, talk to you, tell you, and you don't ever take responsibility and discipline yourself and make a decision this month of August, this divine month of new beginning. And I always call it new beginning mindset. Why do I do that? Because even for myself, I only tell y'all to do what I do to know this work. This is the perfect time to hit the reset button. Okay, we're in the lazy days of summer. We've enjoyed ourselves. We vacationed. We traveled. We just shut some things down. But this is the perfect time to hit the reset button. Grand Rising, Lisa, thanks for joining us live. Perfect time while we are in another retrograde. While you have the extra help to become serious about slowing down, turning in, looking in, and becoming aware, right? So I always tell you guys that awareness is your key to freedom, right? Awareness. When you begin by becoming aware of your current thoughts and beliefs, don't be lazy about this, beloved, because the more time you spend in here doing the introspection and getting journals and writing, you're going to see that things are just going to start opening up for you. Things are going to start manifesting for you. You're going to see, you're going to start getting downloads. Awareness is your key, right? So when you are aware of your current thoughts and beliefs, like turning into let me put these glasses on, because next time I'm gonna make this real big so we can see it, right? It's like tuning into a radio station. This is what awareness is like. Tuning into a radio station, you need to first recognize the frequency you are on before you can change it. Somebody better talk back to me right there, because you're not even aware of what frequency you're on, how you're vibrating. And your frequency is made up of your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs. You got to know what frequency you're tuned into before you could change it. It's just like a radio station. If you don't want to be on 1580 AM, you got to recognize that the radio is tuned into that station. And there are hundreds, thousands, millions of stations of frequency around the world that we can tune into. What do you tune into, right? Awareness is the first step in transformation. So what do you tune into, beloved? As I said earlier, are you still rehearsing? Are you still rehearsing things from 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, last year? All of that's taking up mental space and keeping you, watch this, is keeping you locked into a frequency of lack, scarcity, intimidation, insecurity. So when we start talking about how we're going to allow ourselves, right? Allow ourselves to tune in to something different, you have to become aware of what frequency you're on. What channel are you on? This is why I share with you all guys all the time. Our time is just about up. Listen, who you hang around with, who you're in association with, who's in your immediate circle means a lot. And for those of you that are blessed to be in a circle with people who are smarter than you, richer than you, and more spiritual than you, you need to stay in those environments, watch this, and not hide in the background. Come on, because we killing that spirit as well today. I don't want to say kill, we're releasing. We're releasing that spirit as well. Kill has the connotation that we have to fight, and we have to know we're just going to release. We're releasing that energy of being in rooms with powerful people, and then those old message of intimidation and inadequacy comes up, and you shrink and hide in the background. But watch this. This is I'm gonna end with this point. We'll pick this up next time. Watch this, because I got much more I want to share with you. Don't you just love those times when you are in rooms like that, and your shadow self wants you to hide in the background, dumb yourself down. Your voice chakra is impaired where you can't speak, you can't talk, and but then something in you rises up when a question is asked or somebody makes a comment, and then you end up tapping into your authenticity, and it begins to come out in that room in spite of it. Now, I know some of you talk back to me. I know you have noticed this as well. Have you ever noticed everywhere you go, a certain thing always happens to you? All of my life, before I realized who I was, what my giftings were, what my wealth attractors were, everywhere I would go, rather it was school or if it was a church or an association or a group or a mastermind, instantly I would always be pushed up front, given a mic, given the floor, pushed up front to speak. All my life, I'm talking about back in childhood, always happened. All of that is the universe just showing you. That's God's operating system, showing you who you are. What happens to you all the time? Why is it that people always walk up to you and just start spilling their life story? And you notice that happens to you all the time. That's a part of your wealth. That's your wealth attractor. That's in your nature, in your aura, that people can pick up your energy signature and they feel safe around you. They feel safe telling you. All of that is your part of your gifting. But if you're in your shadow self, you could be running old messages of things or encounters you had that weren't pleasant with people. And you told yourself a story. I don't like people. I hate people. People always regurgitating or vomiting on me and just telling me everything. But that's a lie. The reason why they're doing it is because they can sense you're a safe place to land. And they can trust you even though they don't know you. All of that is a part of who you are. That's a part. You got to look at what's been shown to you your whole life. What have you been naturally doing your whole life? Some of you can't help it. You got to help people. You have to make sure that people are okay. You have to make sure people have what they need. You can't help it. That's your wealth attractor, beloved. That is what you're here to do, that when you learn to hone in on that and start developing it and allowing yourself to be a master about it, all your wealth is attached to it. Your influence is attached to it. Your increase is attached to it. Your relationships are attached to it. Somebody talk back to me and say, it's time to reset. It's time to reset, beloved. Hey, Jennifer, thanks for joining us live. I missed you. It's time to hit the reset button, beloved. So in this month of August, as we are coming center into this 8th moment, 888 this month, which is the number for Christ in sacred geometry, we are coming in and we're hitting the reset button because we want to reset the mindset for success. Again, Spirit is telling me, hit this point again. You have to discipline yourself because you're still locked into those old stories and old thought forms. You're tuned into the wrong frequency and you're vibrating at a frequency that's keeping and repelling the very thing you say you want. It's repelling it because you're taking up all that mental real estate. I want you to take a breath today. I want you to catch yourself this week as we are turning inward for introspection, contemplation while we're in retrograde. I want you to catch yourself telling an old story. Rather, you're telling it to yourself or you're telling it to someone else. Oh, if we were together, I would say, y'all do it in the chat. Turn to your neighbor and say, come out of there. Come on, come out of there. I command you in the name of the Lord. Come out of there. Come out of there. Those old stories, it happened 20 years ago, 30 years ago. You still talking about it. Tell your neighbor, come out of there. Come out of there. Come on, give me some thumbs up, some lives. Make this algorithm pop, make it move. Hey, Sheila, thanks for joining us live. Come out of there. It takes discipline, but when you're not even aware of what frequency you're tuned into, you saying you want to prosper, you saying you want your business, you saying you want to bless people, but the frequency that you're locked into is lack, scarcity, fear, intimidation. I wish somebody would say, Dr. E, I'm hitting the reset button today and I'm going to reset. So the first thing is that you have to be aware of what station you are tuned into. And I couldn't get to the next thing. Listen, because you can't even get to setting an intention until you're able to recognize what station that you're on, because you can't even clearly see what station you want to tune into. But in this sacred month of infinity, new beginning, transition, transformation, personal power, abundance, fatness, as the one of the Greek words say, fatness, right? It means to be able to expand, to be so fat that the old yoke cannot hold you down. Some of y'all are still yoked to things because you're not allowing the fatness and the fertility that's attached to the number 8 this year to work for you. You got to work with everything God has given us, every tool God has given us. And while we're in this retrograde, this is a tool. Stop being so scary. Stop thinking that everything that you do is demonized and you're going to hell. You got to use all the tools God has given to us. So while we're in this retrograde period, slow down. This is the perfect time to do it as we're preparing to head into third quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. Fourth quarter already. I'm looking over in September. Already. Y'all know August is going to fly through here, but we're going to make it count. We are going to make this count. Beloved, listen, if you know that this is for you, there was affirmation. We can't do that today. Can't get in there today. Right. If you know that this is for you and you know that this is your time to reset. What do we do here? We worship together. Part of our worshiping, right, in the law of first mention is that we give. And I don't even want to use the word sacrifice, but I want you to understand we want to feel what we give. So, we're still working with 8s. We're going to do 88 for those who can. You get in where you fit in. $8.88, $188.88, $288. Get in where you fit in. People are at different levels of faith, and they're at different levels of financial stability, right? And so you get in where you fit in, and this is why we do that, and this is all the ways that you can give. Screenshot this if you don't have it, right? And name your seed today. Name your seed. Reset seed. Reset. Why do we name the seed? Because if you name it and you water it and you cultivate it, then you can get the benefits of it. That seed starts working and it starts growing up. $88.88, $8.88, $188.88, $288, whatever you say, you know what? I'm going to own this word, and I really, really, really want to reset my life. I want to do it this time. I want it to work. Beloved, you give something. You sow. Abraham said, me and the boy will go and worship, right? We will go and worship and watch this and come back. But he gave something that was sacrificial. But what was waiting? What was waiting when he was willing to give? The ram was waiting. Beloved, your harvest is waiting. So much is into this. And I really want to take my time here because over the years, all of my life, I was trained like this because of that church brain too. And I know we were taken advantage of. I know that, trust me, I'm not on that page. I'm not from that school. So I would always rush past this. And we would always say, let's get the offering out the way. And I would never spend time with that. But you know what? As I grew and started maturing and coming into personal development, I understood what this whole thing is about. So, beloved, I want you to hear this. Last thing I'm saying about this. Last thing I'm saying. You really want this reset. And it resonated. And you said, I hear you, Dr. E. I know that I've not been disciplined. I've not been consistent. I'm still playing old tapes in my mind. I still have old habits and patterns. I see what I want. My heart is showing me. It's right in front of me. But I got all these old tapes. I decree and declare today that when you hit that reset button, we're going to water the seed this month. And the seed is going to bring fruit and it's going to bring increase. And it is so. All right, lovelies. SSLers, we are on summer break from SSL, so we will not have class this month. at 12 noon, and I'll see y'all back in the month of September. But if you're a private client, we will still have our one-on-one sessions. All right, lovely. Share this on your timeline. Have a blessed, wonderful, and amazing rest of your day. Bye now.